with 18 knockouts. The guy as big as Jared, I mean tough. Kazakhstan is an Asia Minor, it was once part of the Soviet Union. It's produced a lot of great fighters, including Golovkin, Triple G, and Janabek, the middleweight champion. So you're going to see two unbelievable heavyweight matches. And then underneath, because Ohio is producing so many good young fighters, we have 3 kids from Cleveland on the card, including Tiger Johnson, who is a silver medalist from the last Olympics, junior welterweight. Abdullah Mason, also from Cleveland, the best young lightweight that I've seen in a long time. He's just become 18 years of age. Dante Benjamin, a light heavyweight from Cleveland. So, I mean, there'll be 9 fights on the card, and everyone is really something special. And so I really can't wait for all of you to see what should be one of the great events of the year.
Thanks, Bob. I just want to reiterate the main event, the co-feature, which Bob hinted at. Jared is taking on John Kosobutsky. The co-feature, Arslanbek Makhmudov taking on Rafael Akçakoyori. 4 undefeated heavyweights with a combined record of 64 wins, 61 of those victories by stoppage. So the co-main and the main, fireworks out of Toledo. Antonio, I want to come down to you. How exciting is this for you? You've been a promoter for some incredible fighters. We can go down the list. Mayweather, Shakur, Jared, here we are. How exciting is this for you to be able to bring Jared to his hometown for his first headlining feature on ESPN?
Well, I always been excited about Jared, and I always mention to him, like you said, I have worked with a lot of fighters, but it's nothing like being heavyweight champion of the world. All the other belts is great, but when you're heavyweight champion of the world, it's amazing. But when I met his family, his mom and his dad, his great trainer Darren, it was just always something special, And Jared, he's something special. He's very interesting. He's a great looking heavyweight. That's why he's gonna do so well. You know what I'm saying? He wear $3,200 shades on his face. He was just telling me that on the way up there. I said, man, we could have got 2 glasses for $20 fake. It cost $3,200. I said, oh my God, we got to hurry up and get to the money. $200. But now, other than that, I think Toledo, and when I talked to the mayor and Ms. Williams, I've been to a lot of cities, but I've never seen a mayor know so much about boxing. I got on the phone with him maybe 3 months ago, and Councilman Williams, I've never seen a city, state so proud of boxing. So I was looking forward to getting Jerry here. I said, Jerry, if we're not in Vegas or New York, we're in Ohio. That's for sure.
If we're not in Vegas or New York,
Well,
we're in Ohio. Hey, that's saying a lot coming from Antonio. Mayor, coming back to the boxing that got you hooked. How long have you been following? Obviously, you've been following the sport for a long time, but what is it about boxing?
I see a lot of the boxing mindset in Toledo, among Toledoans. I mean, this part of the country, call it what you want. Some people derisively call it the snow belt or the rust belt. I call it the water belt, but that's a different story. We've had some tough times. From here to Buffalo, Grand Rapids, Fort Wayne, this whole area. We've lost, some industry. We've had some factories close, and so the people here in this part of the country over the last 50 years, we've taken it on the chin. We've gotten some uppercuts and some body blows, and we've been knocked on the canvas. But if there's anything good about being knocked down as often as we have, is that you know how to get back up. And so I think that Toledoans can relate to the sport in general because we feel a little bit like a boxer sometimes. And again, talking about last night, there's a rich history in Ohio, whether it's Boom Boom Mancini in a town like Youngstown, which is very similar to Toledo, all the history we've already talked about. Toledoans can identify with the sport, I think, because it's gritty, it's tough, it's resilient, just like the people of this city. So, someone mentioned earlier fireworks, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, among the things that are happening here, this is Independence Day weekend. Our city fireworks show is going to be happening as the event is taking place. So as Jared is knocking out this guy from Kazakhstan, there will be fireworks literally exploding over the streets of Toledo. It's going to be a great event.
Tickets go on sale at 1 o'clock Eastern today. So as we wrap up, you can grab a ticket and be with us live in the Huntington Center in Glass City, Toledo, Ohio. The real big baby, Jared Anderson. We got to get you in on the conversation. Here we are, your hometown. You've been making the rounds this morning, doing a bunch of interviews. Toledo welcoming you with open arms home. Here we go, July 1st. How excited are you? What does this mean? Can you even put it into words?
Wow. Where do I start? Like you said, I've been making my rounds, going around. I'm just happy to be here. People been stopping midway through the traffic, to say hi, just to speak to me, take pictures, whatever the case is. So, I'm feeling so loved and embraced. So it means everything to me. I plan to put on a great show, bring everybody out, have everybody out in nice Sunday clothes and dressing all nice. So I just plan to hopefully show the kids and show the city, man, that we still fighting, we still one of the biggest cities, biggest small cities in the nation, man, in the world, one of us.
Did you ever think growing up here that this would happen? Because a lot of people, they know right away, this is my mindset, this is what I'm destined to do. Walking the streets of Toledo as a kid, did you say, hey man, one day it's on?
Nah, not even close, not at all. I had a lot of other ambitions, but that was not one. Maybe about 14 or 15, I seen it. I seen that it was a possibility. And I went in head first with it, and here we are today. I think that those few people that you see out here, in the crowd today, are the people that helped me get there. They pushed me to get there. They called my phone and they stopped me from going to parties, events, and all those other things, and to make sure that I got here to this day, to this point right here, so I can make the whole city proud.
Antonio, what is it about Jared that is so special, like many of the other champions that you promoted? Speaking to the mic there, promoter man.
I just see a work ethic, you know what I'm saying? And I can, like I said, I've been doing this for over 50 years, and I've been doing it for about 34 years. And you can just feel it, you can see the work ethic. I watch him work with the younger guys and they running. Jared finished first with them, right? If he know how to run these smaller guys. And it's just determination and, the way he prepares himself. He's just, I'm always right, and I'm going to do it. And, he's just right all the time. When he's wrong, he just feel he's right. You know what I'm saying? But I just love that will and just like, Tom, we gonna get there. I push him hard, I stay on him and telling me great stories all the time about, the preparation. And, he act like he don't hear you, but then you see the results, you know what I'm saying? But he's stubborn.
Bob, I want to ask you the same thing, Bob. To you, what does Jared bring to the table that is so special? In all the years of boxing, now seeing Jared at the point of his career where he's at, what makes him so special?
Well, number one, he's incredibly talented. But, there are talented fighters all around who don't project to the public. One thing Jared has learned is boxing is entertainment. So not only must you excel in the ring, you have to entertain the people and connect to the people. And Jared has the ability and to do it and the will to do it. Now that's why one of the reasons why fighters like Muhammad Ali and George Foreman became as popular as they did. Not only were they talented, but they were able to connect to the public. And Jared has that quality, both as a fighter and as somebody who the public has taken to and will take into even more as they get to know.
Thank you, Bob.
Jared, we got thank yous from Antonio and Bob talk about you like that. And you can be honest here, we're amongst friends and the millions watching.
Oh, well, since we can be honest, and you know what I'm saying, you lying. Let's start off with that. You a liar over there.
Tell me what I love.
That's a later conversation. I know that. I know. You know, it's just amazing to hear them speak so high of me. You know, have high praises for me, and you know, expect the best out of me. I'm pushing for it. You know, I'm working for it every day. And with their help, you know, with the back of them, their resources and stuff like that, it's only imaginable. I can only imagine what I can do. You know, the sky's the limit, and we just ready for them big fights.
Big fights are coming. Last time we saw you was just in April. You were literally in the ring in April, put on a huge show against George Arias. He didn't get off the stool. Here we are
And the
again.
councilwoman was there, right?
You were there. Well, I heard you.
Cheering
Everyone heard me.
You gave me notes. You're going to say it like that? You should try it like this. I remember. I'll never forget that. But last April, you put on a show a couple months ago. Here we are again. And I guess, you know, the opponents get better and tougher every time. And this is going to be a great fight. April, May, June, July 1. That's not a long time in between fights. You stay in shape like that? Ready to go?
Of course, you gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You know, I'm gonna continue to push for it. You know, I've been in the gym going crazy. As you can see, my body shows it, my fight shows it, my power shows it. So I'm gonna just keep pushing, you know, and stay on track so that this train keep on going.
I cannot tell you how excited I am for fight week, as Bob mentioned. The card is just absolutely stacked. Toledo is coming out in full force. We are going to put on a show July 1st. As I said, tickets go on sale at 1 p.m. Eastern today. Councilwoman, I want to come to you again because not only is the mayor a boxing aficionado, you were at his last fight. You wanted to make sure Jared coming to July 1 in Toledo was ready. He's ready. Are you ready?
I am ready. I stay ready just like Jared does. Because one thing for certain and two for sure. I support my town. I support everyone in it, and especially those that I know where they came from. So when we talk about Jared coming here and fighting here, look, everyone heard me shouting. Everybody saw me on TV. I shouted the loudest. I embarrassed myself in front of Bob Arum, and he loved it. So it was a great opportunity to see the Jazz win the fight, and Jared did well there, and I know that everyone in Toledo is going to come up and come out to this fight. It's going to be amazing. We have a lot of stuff going on that day, but this is my priority for that day, is to make sure that Jared comes home and has a good homecoming.
Now listen, Jared, I've asked this of a lot of fighters fighting in their hometown. Have you assigned somebody in your circle out here to make sure they're taking care of tickets? Because I imagine your phone is going to be blowing up. There's only, 9,000 seats in the venue? They're all going to be gone by 1 o'clock today, but I don't want you answering your phone saying, I got you 2, I got a pair for you, I need 6, I need 8. Are you ready for that phone to blow up later today?
I'm just so happy that you spoke and said that the tickets are on sale at 1 p.m. I got non-stop calls and texts and statuses, and my mom called me, my dad called me, Sessions has been hitting me up, Larry from back in the day hit me up, and everybody else, man. So tickets go on sale at 1 p.m., man. Everybody watching, if you're not watching, it's definitely will go in the video, and y'all will see this, man. 1 p.m. the tickets go on sale. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets right now. They will go, man. July 1st, make sure y'all be there.
Stop texting them for tickets. That's putting it bluntly. Listen, anybody else before we wrap it up? Antonio, Bob, you have any last comments about July 1st here in Toledo?
Jared Anderson will be heavyweight champion of the world.
As we get closer to July 1st, you're going to read about this and see on social media, because this is a special, special event, because of the fact that we have 4 undefeated heavyweights with tremendous knockout records fighting each other, the best fighting the best. It's going to be an incredible card, and it's a tribute to this city, because as the mayor told me, and I didn't know before, I must admit, Jack Dempsey knocked out Jeff Willett to win the heavyweight championship. So that's a lot of history, and even happened before I started promoting.
Wait, Bob, that fight was in 1919. Are you sure it wasn't yours? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was your fight, Bob. We'll have to look at it. Hey, I need your microphone for a second, Mayor, because I'm going to go off script a little bit. Not that I ever have a script, but I look out into the crowd here, and DeAndre Ware is with us. DeAndre, I want to bring you up. DeAndre is on the car with us in Toledo. Come on up here. Jared, stand up with us. Listen, how exciting, DeAndre, is it for you to be here with us in Toledo and fighting on Jared's card?
I just want to say, Jared,
Sit down, guys. It's fine. Sit down.
I'm proud of you. I remember back boxing at the time. Well, before that, it was a little guy, little bad guy, and we used to get on you all the time. But started getting older, got to sparring and stuff, and I used to put my mouthpiece out there. Like, you can't hit the mouth with my mouthpiece, can't knock it out. Can't do that no more. But yeah, I'm just I'm proud of you, man. I thank you for this opportunity, man. I want to fight on this card. I'm thankful for fighting here, fighting in front of my family, my friends and fans, everybody. I'm happy.
For those of you who don't know, DeAndre serves here locally in Toledo on the fire department, risking those fires day in and day out. And I don't know if any of you here know this, but back in September 2020, Top Rank Boxing was the first professional sport to create a bubble during the pandemic. The NBA and others followed suit based on the work that Top Rank was doing. And in September 2020, DeAndre came to Las Vegas. He was on one of our cards. And Top Rank's very own Pete Susans collapsed prior to a fight during the fighter commission inspections. The first person to jump in and save Pete's life, DeAndre Ware. Sports Illustrated did a remarkable story on you saving his life. I know the entire Top Rank organization, obviously, very grateful. But let's go back to September 20 for just a minute, man. What was going through your head when you saw Pete hit the floor?
Well, first I was sitting in the hallway. Heard a big commotion. Thought guys, weigh-ins, guys are tired. Guys want to eat. I thought some guys just had some bad blood or something. But I sat up there for a minute. I'm like, let me go in here and see what's going on. So I go and I see Pete man there, and doctor was on him, and I'm like, instantly, I'm just like, I got it.
You jumped in right away and began CPR. You were the first one to begin CPR.
Yeah, I asked the doctor, I'm like, you want me to do CPR? I said, well, I'm a firefighter. He said, no, you have to fight. I said, no, I'm not worried about that. So he said, go ahead. I went in, instantly started doing CPR on him. Then while doing it, they said he started to have a pulse. Long story short, I saved his life.
Attaboy. Thank you so much for being here today. I think we did this. We'll be on the first tickets on sale at 1 o'clock today. How pumped are you?
Man, I'm super excited, man. Just happy to see all the familiar faces, all the friends, all the family. The cameras is good and all, but I'm doing this for the city. I'm doing this for the people that's here that's doing this. I'm doing this for the people that don't got phones in their hands that are out there in the world right now trying to fight to survive right now. I've been fighting to survive for a long time. Now that I don't have to do that, I want to show that hopefully one day you guys don't have to do that too. Like, just keep fighting, man. Keep striving to be better, and y'all gonna get it for sure.
It's going down.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, brother. It's great to be with you. All right, this is Boxing This is Top Rank. Tickets are on sale today, 1 o'clock Eastern, Saturday, July 1st, from the Huntington Center here in Glass City, Toledo, Ohio. Councilwoman, Mayor, thank you for being here. DeAndre, thank you. Bob, Antonio, Jared. That's it. As always, this is boxing. This is Top Rank. We'll see you back here in Toledo, July 1st. Have a great afternoon, everybody.
YouTube family, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.